He said that the club didn't believe him as well when he said his daughter was ill, which meant that he had to miss pre-season training. He was really hurt by that, the fact that they doubted him. Let's get more on this now, and we're going to speak to Manchester United football writer for The Sun, Neil Custis. Good morning, Neil.
Morning, Neil.
Hi, good morning.
Good morning. Neil, we had Piers on yesterday, and Piers was saying, look, don't judge it until everything's coming out and you watch the whole interview. But it's kind of hard, isn't it, to not react to it when they're being drip-fed in the way that they are. What was your reaction to the interview in the first place?
I mean, it's huge. Shocking. I'm not totally surprised because he has been, he's not been acting in the best interests of the club himself for quite a while in terms of, obviously how he's been and, not coming on as a sub, walking off before the end of a game, leaving before the end of a pre-season friendly. It's sort of like, he's not as good as he was. He's not in Man United. He should not be in Man United's best first team. And he's struggling to handle that. Now, a lot of what he says, I can agree with. Certainly with regard to the Glazers, who've taken far too much money out of the club. I argue about the spending, but it's not the Glazers' money, it's the club's money. But there has been a huge amount of spending. How well that spending's been done is another question. There's a lot of things that he complains about that are being addressed and have been addressed recently, but should have been addressed a long time ago. Things were allowed to, go to rack and ruin a bit. And the club hasn't been taken care of. I think it is being taken care of now. But, that's in the interim, they've fallen behind, and they've fallen way behind City. And they've fallen behind Liverpool because the eye's been literally taken off the ball.
Neil, where does the club go from here? I know they've come out and said, look, what till we read or see the whole article, the programme, and then we come out with a statement. But surely there's no way back now, is there, for Ronaldo at Manchester United?
No, absolutely not. I mean, when their statement said something like, we'll establish the full facts, I mean, well, they're staring you in the face, aren't they? You can hear them, you can read them. I mean, it's obvious what he's saying. Roy Keane got kicked out of the football club for far less than this. He was just addressing what he saw was a drop in standards amongst the players. And he got kicked out of the club for that. I mean, you can't possibly... he can't possibly even return to the training ground, as far as I'm concerned, after this.
What do you think Sir Alex Ferguson makes of all this? Who's obviously been a big person in his life, Ronaldo. How would he be looking at what's going on with the club and Ronaldo, what he's come out with now? How would he deal with it?
Well, he always famously said that no one player can become bigger than the club. And, when that started to happen with David Beckham, for example, whose every movement dominated the headlines rather than what was happening on the pitch, he got rid. When he saw a problem with Roy Keane that he felt was affecting the squad and the club, he got rid. He would have got rid, no matter his affection for Ronaldo and their close relationship, he would have nipped this in the bud a long time ago. So I can't imagine he's terribly impressed with it. But, should we still be looking to Alex Ferguson to make statements on this and act on this and everything? He did his job and he did it incredibly well.
Neil, can I ask, do you think that was the idea behind the interview in the first place, that Cristiano's agitating for a move, wants to go, perhaps wants to be sacked?
Well, I mean, this is the bizarre thing. He's saying that people are forcing him out the club when he's wanted to get out the club for ages now. He wanted to be out the club at the end of last season when they didn't get in the Champions League football. And, and he has returned to a very different club to the one he left. There has been a drop in standards amongst the players. There's not the same intensity there. There's not the same drive. There's not the same will to win. He came back to a club that was very different to the one he left. He left one that was on, second only to Barcelona in Europe. And now it's a club that struggles, to even qualify for the Champions League. So I can see his frustration, understand his frustration, because he is a winner. He's a serial winner. And he's at a club that just doesn't win anymore. But I do believe they are back on the right track with Erik ten Hag, and I do believe that he has got a drive and togetherness amongst the players, and this is affecting it. They had a brilliant win over Tottenham at home. And straight away, it's all about Ronaldo refusing to come on and walking down the tunnel before the end. Last-minute winner against Fulham. Can anyone remember that goal by a great up-and-coming player, Garnacho? We can't remember. It was talked about for about half an hour because this came out. So it is affecting. He doesn't want these things. Ten Hag doesn't want these things affecting what he's trying to do, and I think what he's doing is good. And he can't be sidetracked by all this. So it has to, they have to just rip up the contract, and they have to just say. I mean, I would say it within days, never mind weeks, or wait till after the World Cup. They should just say now we've terminated the contract, and that's that.
Yeah. What a sad ending.
It
Neil,
is.
not to our interview, of course, to Ronaldo.
Well, I mean, I saw him make his debut for the club. I charted his progress to becoming, one of the greatest players ever. And he's a nice guy and he's a great player. And it is sad that it ends this way.
Okay, Neil, thank you for your time this morning.
Right,
Have a great day.
Thanks, Neil.
Neil Custis there on talkSPORT Breakfast. Also, you can watch the full Cristiano Ronaldo interview with Piers Morgan uncensored on Talk TV in a 2-part special on Wednesday and Thursday night. Both of those shows start at 8 p.m. and the channel numbers are Sky 526, Freeview 237, Virgin 606, or you can download the Talk TV app and you can see it in its full glory.
talkSPORT Breakfast with Laura Woods, Monday to Wednesday mornings 6 till 10. On AM, on DAB, via the talkSPORT app and on your smart speaker. talkSPORT.